A show of support today for the students, parents, and faculty at a Jewish girls' school in North York. Police say they are looking for multiple suspects after shots were fired at the building over the weekend. Dale Manucdoc joins us now from the school with the latest. Dale.
And Dwight, the school is open today. We saw several students pulling in earlier this morning. One of the larger school buses stopped at the entrance of the school parking lot, allowed the girls who were inside that vehicle to lower their windows and cheer along the support rally that was happening just out front. About 150 people showed up to support the school community here at Bais Chaya Mushka. On Saturday, police say that around 5 a.m. suspects got out of a vehicle and shot up an empty school. Staff at the school came at around 9 a.m. They noticed some damage, and that's when they reported it to police. You can see that one of the large windows at the front of the school is still boarded up, and if we zoom out, you can see at top there are some students here, and they are pretty cheerful. But Dwight, I want to say that police over the weekend, they stopped short of calling this a hate crime or an act of terror, not wanting to make any guesses as the investigation was still early, but obviously noting the act of the shooting itself and the target that was struck. Now, the people who came to today's support rally, which was organized by the United Jewish Alliance of Greater Toronto, they did not mince their words. They say that this was a heinous act of anti-Semitism meant to intimidate and strike fear in the Jewish community. But their message was clear that it won't work, that the Jewish community will continue to stand tall. Have a listen.
What happened this week was simply the latest example of escalating anti-Semitism, unlike anything we have ever seen in Toronto. As Jews, we know that violent words lead to violent actions. This weekend's shooting was the predictable consequence of 7 months of Jews and Israelis being dehumanized, being discriminated against, being demonized right here in the city. Whether the hundreds of angry protests we've witnessed or in the sickening hatred our children are exposed to on social media, it must end. What happened here this weekend crossed a dangerous line. It was an attempt to intimidate and to isolate the wonderful people, the wonderful children here at Bais Chaya Mushka. And it was a deliberate attempt to spread fear across our entire Jewish community, to make us cower and hide who we are. But as you can see here today, the attackers completely failed. We are more united than ever. We are more committed than ever to support each other. We are more determined than ever to fight anti-Semitism wherever it happens.
Several elected officials echoing those sentiments. On scene today were a couple of city councilors, Brad Bradford, James Pasternak, as well as members of the provincial government, Stephen Lecce and Michael Ford. As you mentioned, Dwight, the mayor, Olivia Chow, was on scene as well. Here's what she had to say.
You and your families have a right to be safe. I came here to tell you you are not alone. We came to say that is important that we come together. I know the Jewish community is resilient, is powerful. As in Canada and in Toronto, there is no place for hate. And my word to the hater, the shooter, it's a despicable anti-Semitic act. It was a disgusting attempt to intimidate the community, to fill people with fear. And we say to this coward, these cowards, we will find you. You will be held responsible.
And Dwight, I did speak to the rabbi, the school principal of Bais Chaya Mushka. He says that there was no disruption to student attendance today. However, the students that did come to school, they will be divided with younger girls and the older girls. The students range here from junior kindergarten to grade 8. And those two groups will have some honest and open conversations about what happened on Saturday. The rabbi did tell me he saw some security video of the incident, and presumably police are looking for multiple suspects, 2 shooters, and at least 1 driver. We do know that the Guns and Gangs Task Force of Toronto Police is leading this investigation, but is being supported by the Hate Crimes Unit. We'll send it back to you.
Dale Manucdoc in North York. Thank you, Dale.